First day of week 5 is done. The legs are definitely feeling tighter and overall just more achy than they ever have. So I'll probably start doing something to help recovery. Maybe like an ice bucket or something. Another Monday, another round of disc golf, or like 6-7 holes or something. Recap for, was it week 5? Yeah, it was a lot. I did some new things this week. I finally ran on the hike and bike trail here. It was really fun. I think I'd like to do that in the future, but maybe in the morning. This can't keep happening. It's probably a good thing that I got stormed on last night and couldn't finish my run, because I was very tired and I had to get up at like 6:20 this morning. But gosh, we had a crazy storm. I did a long run on Saturday. I was pushing. I really wanted to hit it. I hit the 10K, so 6.2 miles. I was pretty happy with that. I'm noticing that my right leg, my right foot, it's feeling more strained after every run. So I'll probably have bad form. Probably just need to pick my feet up and apply pressure evenly on both sides. But I saw 2 rabbits on my run. Pretty cool. I'm actually out here today because I have a big disc golf tournament coming up at the end of this week called the Capital of Texas Open. Yeah, gonna be more disc golf this week. Hopefully can get all the running in. Probably not. I'll make up for it. I mean, I'll be walking a lot those days, but I have to remember this feeling after a run where I think I couldn't do the full distance, and then afterwards I'm like, oh, I was fine. They're mad at him. So week 6, a little recap of week 6. I got a lot of running in the beginning of the week, like I was supposed to, along with workouts. But that was the week of the disc golf tournament, the Capital of Texas Open. It's the first multi-round disc golf tournament that I did. And it takes place at 3 courses over 3 days. And I was only playing in the amateur division, MA3. So we played at Live Oak Brewery, which is a short course that I've played a lot. It's really fun. The second course was Sprinkle Valley, which I had the least amount of experience with, and it's the most challenging. And then the third course was Roy G. Doing something I've been wanting to do for a while, actually clean my disc golf discs. Just soap and water, and then I rinse them off, and I got it drying. Tomorrow is the start of the big tournament. On the first day at Live Oak Brewery, I shot 5 under. I was leading after that day, leading by a stroke. There was a couple people who were 4 down, including my friend. So I ended up playing with my friend on the lead card for our division on Saturday at Sprinkle Valley. And at Sprinkle Valley, I've only played there once, so this was my second time playing, which was, in hindsight, a mistake. I would like to have played again. And I also went on a run that morning because I was hoping that I would shake off some of the nerves when I went on the run in the morning, but I don't think I got enough sleep in the first place, so it just kind of made me tired, which is probably a mistake. I ended up shooting, I think, 7 over at Sprinkle Valley, which is not very good. When I played there the first time, I shot 5 over, so I was hoping for that or better. But I shot 7 over. I ended up being like 5th place, tied for 5th place going into the last day. I think I was like 4 strokes off from the lead, I believe. And finishing at Roy G Park, which I do have some experience with. I actually played my first disc golf tournament there earlier this year, so I felt good going there. I ended up shooting a few over par. It was pretty solid. The whole weekend, I just felt my arm progressively getting more tired, and I felt myself relying on my forehands more. My backhands are really not strong. They just kind of fall apart. My backhand drives just kind of fall apart after like several holes. Easily the thing I need to work on the most. And my putt was not feeling great, although that normally is my strong suit. So yeah, a little bit of a rant, but I finished my first big disc golf tournament. I got 3rd place, which was good enough for me to get $54 in gift cards to the sponsoring disc store. So I'm gonna be able to buy some nice discs with that. Considering the buy-in was only $70, and we also got a player pack, which came with several discs. This is a very generous player pack. That's why one of the reasons why I signed up for the tournament, actually. It was overall a great experience. I was very tired and didn't run on Sunday.
It's a wet one. Look at my shoes.
And took a rest on Monday because my body, I was pretty tired from the weekend, and I resumed in week 7 on Tuesday.
It's like 90 degrees out, but she insists.
It's Tuesday. My schedule is shifting to where in the mornings I'm going to be working, so I probably won't be running in the mornings for most of the days.
Week 7, great bounce back week for me, taking that kind of weekend break, if you could say, while I disc golfed. I got back into the swing of things on Tuesday with a shorter run, actually, and a workout. What was the reason for the shorter run? I'm pretty sure it was raining. Roll the clip. The theme for this, for really like the past month, which I don't know if I mentioned in the first video, these summer storms like come in like 9 p.m., like 9 p.m. And I swear it's every time I'm about to go on a run, I check the radar and it's like going to rain. And it's very, very frustrating, but also as someone who is a freak for nature and understanding of the environment, I know that rain is good and we need the rain all the time. So I'm actually happy to see the rain. When it's raining, I don't mind going out on the run. I've already gotten accustomed to soaking my shoes and soaking my entire body for miles. It's whatever. I'll do it. It's worth it. But when it's storming, then I'm like, okay, how stupid would it be if I died while I'm running, just like this 4-mile run, and I just get struck by lightning? It's like, it's not worth it, you know? So I do have to cut it short when I'm like, okay, this thunder and lightning is kind of bad. This week felt particularly good because on Wednesday, I actually recorded my fastest 10K. So a couple weeks before I ran my first 10K, I really pushed, and I had run it in, it was like a little bit over an hour. And then this Wednesday, during this week, I ran it in about a minute, 1 hour and 2 minutes, a little under. And it felt very good. Actually, like the long rest from like running that past weekend, like for some reason during that run, I felt very focused and concentrated. I think my body was just more well rested than it typically is for a run like this. I was running at a steady pace for almost the entire run. In my head, it was making sense because I took a break from doing that high intensity running over the weekend, and I was just hiking instead. So yeah, that felt great. On Friday, did a nice 4-mile run, did a workout. Saturday, also hit a nice 4-mile run.
I will never get sick of eating peanut butter and jelly on toast.
The base run right now, it feels like, is like a 4-mile run at close to a 10-minute pace, which is just enough for me to feel tired, like after a long week. Also enough for me to be like, okay, I know I can hit this distance even when I'm pretty tired. So I'm looking forward to seeing that distance hopefully increase as the weeks go on.
Perfect.
I finally edited the first month of footage. That's another thing added on to trying to keep up with my busy schedule is finding time to edit. So I spent most of this weekend editing that first video. Yeah, it's helpful because I can see things now that I want to avoid doing in future videos. Just some small changes, but yeah.
All right, day 1 of week 8, starting strong. A beetle. Oh no, I dropped something. Thought a beetle just attacked me. Starting strong, feeling tired as always. Summer programming for work starts this week. We'll be getting up at like 6:30 a.m. Won't be able to run in the morning anymore, at least during the week. So, yay!
It's really long days and it's just getting hotter. So, I can't really run in the morning as much anymore, which is not very ideal at all. And so I'm having to run in the evenings,
which often means really having to figure out when I'm eating my meals, which is the toughest thing. Programming at work, we did some really cool activities this week, actually. We went to see Barton Springs salamanders. They're a federally protected endangered species that live within Barton Springs, specifically at Eliza Spring. We got to see them up close and personal. We got to meet the biologist that actually does research on them. That was pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. It was cool showing my students that, but it was mainly cool for me also because I love that stuff. We also went fishing with our students, and several students actually caught their first fish. So those were honestly like the highlights. You know, I felt okay running, you know, this week, as I kind of have been. But like, I think work starting, it's just been, it's been keeping me really busy. And I'm like worried that these videos, it's gonna take even longer for me during the summertime, at least during this programming. My days are so long now. They're so long, and it's just so much energy it takes out of me. But yeah. I finished that week with 20 miles. And I finished month two. I did it. Month 2, I felt much more like committed mentally and physically than I did in month 1, which is a good sign. I feel like it's kind of like the end of the honeymoon phase. I feel like now is when I actually have to stay fully committed. I'm not just doing it la anymore. I'm having to be very intentional with what I'm doing. I'm having to set the time aside. I'm having to make the sacrifices, because honestly, you don't realize from an outside point of view, you don't realize how much work it takes to do stuff like this, especially when you're working, you know, a full-time job and you have other responsibilities. It completely dictates my entire day. All I'm thinking about is when I'm going to be doing my workout. When am I going to be running? When am I going to be eating? It's this constant thought process in my head.
I'm putting you on milk and blueberries. Don't worry about the color of the milk. Just ran a 10K, and this is what I'm eating. God, I look rough.
Which for some people could be very challenging. For me, I think it's actually helping. I think it's helping me go about my day. It's helping me eat healthier foods. It's helping me prioritize sleep and rest. It's really interesting. I wonder if I'll continue to feel this way as I go on and I truly get deeper into my training plan and get it closer to the actual, like, much further distances. So yeah, that is week 8. On to month 3. Oh my gosh. I actually can't believe it's already been 2 months since I started running consistently. What am I running for?